Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Esther from Esther-Astro-Healing. It's a very, very important video. I do recommend for you guys to watch this video at least once a month because this video, it's represent astrological new year. We're talking about very, very important spiritual and connection to head of months of Aries. And usually the ancients, when the new moon of Aries come, there were very special preparations, a lot of meditation and prayers, a different set of prayers. And because we tuning to very, very important seed level of the whole entire year. You know, there's a two new year we have. We have a new year for soul, which is we celebrate in the months of Libra, uh, during the holidays of Rosh Hashanah, the new year, the soul new year. And then we have another new year, which is astrological new year, which is we're connecting to cosmic energy, the DNA of our souls and our destiny. I'm going to share with you today super important tools was provided to us for one of my absolutely favorite Kabbalists used to live in 16th century, Aria Kadosh, the Arizal. He's the one of the first Kabbalists who revealed to us a lot of complex information in much more simple way. It's a lot of information, the law of creation, of incarnations, of all five kingdoms, tree of life, about the tree of life, Etz Chaim, the Gilgul Neshamot. There's a lot of information, which is every Kabbalist study, and most of the prayer books they actually made with the recommendation of Aria Kadosh. There's a special kavanot, the intentions put between prayers with the quotes of the Hebrew alphabet. So today I'm going to provide you information for all 12 signs. And each of you, you can use this information. You always can stop this video and eventually to make the screenshots of all 12 signs. You can see today, right now, I'm starting from the sign of Aries, and I'm providing the ancient technology, very, very important Hebrew codes of the letters and as well the name of God, how each sign, it's changed. And for the next 12 days, start from we have April 1st night. At April 1st night until sunset next day of April 2nd, we're gonna tune to the energy of Aries. Okay, so and in Hebrew, it's called Nisan, and Nisan is the first month of the lunar year. It is always consigned with the northern spring, and very, very important, which is even in Gregorian and Western astrology, it's always big celebration because the equinox, it starts in this period of time. So because of this, Kabbalah tells us that force of miracles is present in universe during the months of Nisan, and especially first 12 days. First 12 days, each day, it's represent the energy to control each month, next 12 months. So for example, the first day of new moon, which represent Aries, is going to control the whole month of Aries. The second day is going to represent the Taurus, which is represent the whole month of Taurus. Just for you to understand the importance of the 12 days, start from April 2nd, which is April 1st night until the sunset. This is the seed, and then we have 12 days to follow. Then I'm going to share with you sky. I'm going to show you what's happening, because the first 12 days, they're very complex in the astronomical, astrological point of view. There's a combination of Saturn and Mars and Uranus. So for us to use this opportunity, I'm sharing with you super, super important technology, guys. I work to put this information for you together in order to share so you can really use. And if the Kabbalists through the century recommend to use, and they promised us by tuning to this energy, because Hebrew alphabet, it's not just any letters. Those letters was used to create in our creation, to create the earth, to create all the astrological bodies, to create each solar system, and the solar system we have a planet, which is this letters control, is the foundation, is the motherly control of the astrological body. You understand? Very important. So the Aramaic letters connecting us to positive aspect of the months of the Aries. It's letter Hey. I'm going to show you. You can see here letter D Hey, which is represent Aries. Letter Hey was create Aries, the sign of energetical force of the sign of Aries. And then we have a Mars, which is in Hebrew, it's called Ma'adim. And Mars is the planet of war. It's the red planet, but it's extremely important planet in our natal chart, because Mars, it's represent a lot of positive things as well. It's our driven force. It would give us a lot of desires to go for it. And this is exactly what Taleh, in Hebrew, it's called, Aries called Taleh, and it's represent tribe of Judah. Remember, the 12 signs of zodiacs, they as well represent 12 tribes of Israel. So one of the tribes, one of the most important tribes, which is represent the tribe of Judah, you know, the Judaism came from tribe of Judah. And, you know, for you to understand the Torah, study Torah, you don't have to come from tribe of Judah. You can have, you will come through from tribe of Israel. Israel have a 12 tribes. The only thing nowadays we live is the tikkun, the correction of tribe of Judah. So it's really important for you to understand. This is why Kabbalist was opening the doors and the knowledge to all humanity, for everyone. You don't need to be Jewish to study Kabbalah. If you so desire to connect to the light of the Torah, to the light of the infinite, to understand really how the universe works, what is the cause and effect, why everything starts with the heart, and only with the love we can make changes and to bring final redemption. So to move forward, we have April. It's in Hebrew, it's called Nisan. And what really, really important, you will notice, this is the name of God, one of the most important names of God, Hashem, we have. We do not pronounce Hey when we put together letters, only when it's inside of the prayers. This is why I'm going to replace Hey with K, so you will understand. So this combination is the initial name of God, which is Yud K Vav K. Okay, and then after 12 signs, you will see how this name will be changing. So what you need to do for the first day, which is going to be, you have to, I recommend for you to do meditation in order to tune to the seed level energetical force of the months of Aries. And don't forget what's really important, what's happening this month as well. In a few days, I will post video for other 12 signs with regards to South and North Node, which is going to be transferred to Aries and Libra. Both signs, which is Aries, represent first house, is going to be double energy, very, very strong. So for us to understand and to be prepared for the next 2 years, extremely important. So there's never better time to start this connection with the first day of new moon of Aries. And what is really Aries? What recommendation for Aries I wrote for you guys? Resist the need to be the center of attention. Transform your desire to receive for the self alone into desire to receive for the sake of sharing. Use your creativity to benefit others, because Aries, it's one of the gracious people. Aries have a big, big heart if they know how to combine the desire, big desire to receive with the desire to share. So they absolutely unstoppable. Okay, guys. So this is the first day of the first months of Aries. Then we're moving forward to very, very important sign, Taurus, which is in Hebrew called Shor. It represents tribe of Joseph. And what does the Joseph represent in the Tree of Life reality? It represents Sphera Yesod, which is represent production organs and the most important, the sustenance of the world. And what interesting, what is represent sustenance in our chart as well is the second house, which is represented by Taurus. And what is really sustenance? It's not just money, it's the self-worth. This is where real connection to the sustenance come. How much you appreciate your soul, how much you appreciate yourself, how much you appreciate creator within you. Plus this month represent healing. You can see the two letters Pei and Vav. And to Pei Vav, extremely important letters. Pei create Venus and Vav create Taurus. So this is you're going to meditate on the third day, on the second day, which is 3rd of Nisan, 3rd of April. This is the day represent Taurus. And the name of God we have here, it's Yud K K Vav. You understand? And look how both KK together, they desire to receive as well. And the May in Hebrew, it's months ER. Very important, same thing. You can do screenshot. And on the second day of new moon, which is the 3rd of, I'm just repeating myself, so just for you to understand, because Hebrew calendar work a little bit different. So this year, the new moon is going to be start on night of the 1st of April, but actually the new moon is going to be the 2nd of April. So it's going to be for Aries, the 3rd of April, it's going to be day for Taurus. And what is the message for Taurus? Now, you don't have to be just Sun Taurus. You can have anyone. Each of us has Taurus inside of us in our chart. Each of us has the Aries, all 12 signs. So each of us need to connect and see how we can overcome and work on the certain qualities which is Taurus represent. And what it says, take responsibility for all aspect of your life and get busy accomplishing tasks towards your goals. Exercise your creativity, paint, draw, write poetry. Allow your creativity as essence to shine. Why? Because for Taurus, very practical sign, sometimes it's so practical, it's a little bit forget about the creativity they have, how much they need to invest in themselves and their own creativity. Okay, so this is the message for all of us. So the day of the Taurus, we need to work and not to have a comfort. Taurus love comfort zone. So the day of Taurus, make sure you're busy, you occupy yourself, you exercise, you're not looking for sofa and comfortable sleepers, okay? And just yummy food, nothing wrong with that, but all in a balance, very important. The third day, we have a third day of months of Nisan. We do have a Gemini in Hebrew called Taumim, and it's tribe of Zevulun, and it represents Mercury and Gemini. And what is the control Mercury? It's a letter Resh, and Gemini letter Zayin. Very important. And think about Gemini is the only sign which is represent two humans, represent two polarity. It's considered the sign of tikkun, sign of correction, of incarnations, is the sign of a bigger picture. It's our mental ability. It's how much we take responsibility, finish what we start, how we can keep our focus, how we learn to listen, to hear what other persons say, and not right away think what I'm going to say next, how to be present and sharing, and not to be, 5 people inside think about so many things and never to focus on one. So this particular day, it's really important to work on these qualities. In name of God, we have Yud Vav KK, and the name of the month of June, Sivan. And remember, this is extremely important sign as well, is the sign which is we have important holiday called Shavuot, the giving of the Torah. And what is the message we have? Follow up, go deep, seek balance, mind over matter, listen, care for others, get out of your mind into your heart, ask the light for help, and trust that it is guiding you to where you need to be. So what it's mean? Just do your best and let it go. Do your best and let it go. No attachment, no mental attachment. Okay, it's really important, will freedom. Okay, guys, so this is really important as well. Sign, if you're going to do your best this particular day to overcome each sign, this is the promise of Kabbalist, Avaria Kadosh. You're going to have amazing year. It's perhaps around you will, it's going to be chaos, but you're not going to be part of it, because you will understand how to connect to the bigger picture and how to bring peace to every moment, everything what you're going to touch. The next sign we have Sartan. Sartan in Hebrew, it's sign of Cancer. Extremely important sign, is the only sign represented by moon and the tribe of Reuven. And moon created by letter Tet, and the Cancer create a lot of Chad. Very, very important. Remember, my teacher Rav always said, he was one of the biggest Kabbalists of 20th centuries. If people ever have on a physical level Cancer, this is the month it's actually the seed level start. So this is really important to understand this energy, to understand how to tune, how to connect, and how to be in charge. And the name of God we have here, it's K-Vav K-Yud, and the months in Hebrew called Tammuz. So the message for Cancerian, we all have a sign of Cancer inside of us. It says, when we recognize how needy we are for the energy from others, we can start the work of forging and connecting to our own source of energy, the powerful light of our own soul. Okay, so really important this day. I'm sure the light will send us every opportunity to be more sensitive and reactive with sensitivity. And many times Cancer can be passive aggressive as well. You never know then how hurt and sensitive, because it's like a Cancer in the nature, in the shelf. It's so tough, it's hard, but inside it's smushy and so kind. That's why I love Cancerian. They are social worker of the world. They need to know how to balance with the pain they feel, and in the same time to understand the law of creation. Okay, guys, so just tune to this energy and you're going to have the best year. The next sign we have our gracious Leos. Leo in Hebrew called Ari, and by the way, Ari Kadosh, the Kabbalist who gave us this information, his nickname was Ari, Arizal, and the tribe of Shimon, very important tribe. Tribe of Shimon. If you study Torah, you understand how important tribe of Shimon, the energy of tribe of Shimon, the warrior, the noble warrior within. And it's the only sign represented by sun, and the letter creates sun. It's half. And what's really important, and letter create Leo, it's Tet. And the names of God, it's a K Vav Yud K, and name of August in Hebrew, Av. And what Av? It's father in Hebrew, right? Av. And this is the very, very important as well. And the message for the sign, acknowledge you are 100% responsible for everything that happens in your life. Ask the Creator to help you in this process. Be the humble leader, because Leos, they're unbelievable leaders. But more important for leader to know how to create leaders and how to support, right? So this is going to be day for you for opportunities. How to is the fifth day of months of Nisan, which is this year. It's going to be 6th of April. Okay, guys, so you can tune the meditation. It's very simple. You're closing your eyes, you meditate on letters. You can imagine for each sign you have a different planet. You can even imagine you have this planet surrounded by a lot of light. Then you put the name of God on it, and you're going to control this month. So very important not to be reactive this day, and to understand and to learn how to listen. And because for Leo, it's the big thing to be humble and not just talk about themselves, and to be noticed, to be humble this day, and make sure you more notice other people than you want to be noticed. Okay, the next sign we have a beautiful Virgo. In Hebrew it's called Bitula, and it's tribe of God. And the letters create, again, Mercury, same as a Gemini Reish, and the letter create sign of Virgo, it's Yud, is the smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet, but super, super important. As you can see, it's part of the combination of name of God. And the combination of Yud Ke Vav Ke, we have KK Vav Yud. Very, very important. Okay, and the months called Elul. By the way, this is the month of Tshuva, month of redemption. This is the month where the whole month we're preparing ourselves to enter to the Rosh Hashanah, the month of repentance and Tshuva. We're working on it, so it's really important. This day will help you even more when you're going to prepare it for Rosh Hashanah. This is how everything connected. And the message we have for Virgo, We find ourselves judging others for their mistakes or beating ourselves up for our own reach into your heart, for our own mistakes. Reach into your heart for unconditional love and acceptance. Very, very important. Okay, let's move forward. Move on. The next months we have, it's Moznaim. In Hebrew, it's months of Libra and tribe of Ephraim. And the Noga, which is one of the heaviest klipot, it's actually the same we have for Taurus, which is pay, create Venus. And it's here I wrote actually not Venus, I actually in Hebrew wrote how it's actually pronounced in Hebrew. So in Taurus, you will see I wrote Venus, and here I wrote Noga, which is in Hebrew, it's Venus. And it's considered one of the heaviest klipot to overcome, because it's klipa connect to safek, uncertainty. Because remember, Venus surrounded by fog. One of the hardest thing is drive during the foggy weather, right? So this is why clarity and to certainty and to be really straightforward spiritual being, it's extremely important. So we have two important letters, Pei Lamed, and Lamed, which is create sign of Libra, is the only letter in Hebrew alphabet which is going higher to the sky, which is connect as an antenna for us to understand things beyond. And this is the actual months, which is we celebrate all our high holidays during this month. And this month we're entering to the Ketu south node of the lunar nodes, which is we're all going to experience Libra for the next 2 years, guys. Just watch my next video, you will see I'm going to create a lot of explanation. And then we have a name of God, it's Vav K Yud K, months in Hebrew called Tishrei. And the message for all of us for the energy of Libra, it's pleasing others, cannot say no, disregarding your own needs. The only approval you need is the approval of your own soul. Okay, so this is much deeper and bigger. And again, during the day, make sure you are listening to yourself. You will balance between things, and really this is the really month which is helping us really to listen to our inner voice, and not just to stay in a safe haven. Just to be spiritual, real strong spiritual being, it's not to be in a comfort zone or to make other people happy. We didn't came here to make other people happy. We came here to do our job, and many times it can be completely opposite what people expecting from us, especially if we not really surround ourselves by spiritual people. Another message to all of us, our environment extremely important, because if we not surround ourselves by people who like thinking and who's looking for spirituality, it's really hard for us to stay spiritual as well. It's like if you put fresh pickle, a fresh cucumber inside of the pickle all the other cucumber which has already been pickled, eventually it will become sour as well. You understand? So this is really important, especially for Libra. The next sign, we have very important sign. It's a sign of Scorpio. In Hebrew, it's called Akrav, and it represents tribe of Menashe. And the letters which is create Mars, Ma'adim, letter Dalet, and then we have a Scorpio, letter Nun. Nun is the only letter, is the second actually letter in Hebrew alphabet, which is going a bit more down to the other side. And remember as well, the other planet which is represent sign of Scorpio is the planet Pluto, which is king of underworld. So by connecting to even Dalit and Nun, you're already connecting to be in control of Pluto as well. And the Hebrew name of months, it's Mar Shechvan, is the bitter months. Bitter, you understand? Bitter, Mar and Shechvan. And the name of God we have Vav K Yud. And the message we have for the energy of Scorpio, it's motivated by fear, deep emotions, many desires, controls situation in others. This is something we need to work on it. All of us. You don't have to be Scorpio. We all have, on a certain extent. Please, release your fears to the light. Love yourself. and others. Trust in the Creator. Because for Scorpio, it's extremely important to learn how to love themselves. Many times they even judgmental, too heavy to themselves. This is how they project the same energy to others. Okay, so it's really, really important because Scorpio have a lot of good qualities, and it's one of the signs connect to the time of Mashiach. It says in our old books, if when we know how to overcome the tikkun, the negative traits of Scorpio, we can bring Mashiach much more closer. The next sign we have is the sign of Sagittarius. In Hebrew, Sagittarius called Keshet, and it represents tribe of Benjamin. And by the way, Benjamin is one of the righteous who never sin. It's considered so. He has a very, very special energy, and it's connected to high spirituality as well. And it's created by Jupiter. The planet represents Jupiter. You can imagine it's the planet of miracle, planet of final redemption. You guys, Sagittarius, you holding the spirituality for all of us. So we all have a Sagittarius inside of us, and the letters create Jupiter, it's Gimel, and the letter create sign of Sagittarius, it's Samech. And we have names of God. We have Vav, Yud, KK, and the name of months called Kislev. And the message for the sign, it's to be more try not to do not be tactless, because tactless. Remember, Sagittarius have a tendency to speak sometimes and then to think. Impatient, fighting for fairness. Remember, Sagittarius is one of the signs who constantly looking to fight for other people fairness, but what fairness considered to our dimension here in our limited reality, and fairness according to the higher law of creation, it's many times two different things. What next we have here? We have tends to put off obligations until the last minute. So do not put things procrastinate, because Sagittarius has a tendency to procrastinate sometimes. Real liberation comes through taking responsibility, to personal responsibility, and striving for the spiritual growth. Okay, guys, so we all can use this information, and definitely tune for the day of Sagittarius, which is this is the 9th day of Nisan and 10th of April. So the next we have Gedi. Gedi is the represent Capricorn, and we have very important planet, in the tribe of Dan, and we have very important planet which is represent Capricorn, Saturn, and the letter who create Capricorn, it's Ayin. Very, very important. Ayin Bet. Remember, Ayin Bet as well, it represents 72 names of God. We have a parasha portion of Torah Beshalach, open the Red Sea. It's interesting, and such a complex sign in the months. It's one of the considered negative months, not as a negative who, people who have a Torah, or have a Capricorn, but this is the months. It's one of the 3 months we have, which is usually not recommend to marry, not recommend to make important decisions. But what we have inside of this months, we have the secrets of all 72 names inside of this month. And the name of God we have K Yud K Vav, and the name of months called Tevet. And the message we have strong need for financial security. Believe only in what the five senses convey. Trust in the Creator and stop to be controlled by physical forces. So this is another message. But what's really amazing about Capricorn, I found, it's take them time to get to spirituality and believe in spirituality. But when they do, you cannot take away them from spirituality, because they practical enough to understand then the spirituality is the only way to go, because it's connected to immortality. Okay, so let's move forward. Next sign. Well, this is the definitely one of my favorite signs. This is the sign which is I always call Aquarius, the people of the future, because when they hear, many times don't even understand why all the struggles happening, because for them they're all about humanity, they're all about how to live for society. But the other thing they came to overcome is the one-on-one relationship, right? So you see the polarity. So the name of this month, the name of the sign called Dli, and the tribe represents sign of Aquarius, it's Asher. And the planet, again, we have a Saturn, extremely important planet, and the letter create the sign Tzaddik. And what is the Tzaddik? Tzaddik, it's righteous in Hebrew. You understand? It's really important. So we have a Tzaddik bet, and we have name of God. We have K Yud Vav K, and the name of months called Shvat. February, it's called Shvat. And the message for Aquarius, rebellious by nature, questioning the individuality, uniqueness, and identity, allowing the help and assistance of others by opening our hearts to everyone, especially those who close to us. Okay, one of the main tikkun correction Aquarius came to achieve this lifetime. It's really one-on-one relationship because they so mind oriented for community, for a bigger picture. Then when it comes one-on-one, it's a little bit difficult for them. So this is really important for all of us to connect to this energy and to give more attention to our loved ones and to be more present and to be more practical, not just to think about bigger picture, because many times most of the time, bigger picture make by small things, right? To be detail oriented. So this is why Aquarius, they are in a position with Leo, they need to learn from Leo, and Leo need to learn from Aquarius, right? So moving for the last sign we have, it's last but not least, it's definitely our mystical, spiritual, amazing Pisces energy. In Pisces, in Hebrew called Dagim, and the tribe represent Pisces, tribe of Naphtali. The letters create months of Pisces. It's Kuf, and the assigned, which is the planet represent Pisces, is Jupiter, and it's created by letter Gimel. A very important letter, a very important planet, which is the same planet represent Sagittarius. And remember, both signs, Sagittarius and Pisces, they represent final redemption, Mashiach. The very important holidays, Hanukkah and Purim. And this is another opportunity for us through those letters, through this energy, to connect to the infinite energy of these holidays. And the 70, the names combination we have here, KK Yud Vav, and the months in Hebrew, March, it's called Adar. And the message for all of us, the energy of Pisces for the last day, the 12th day of Nisan, which is 13th of April, it's taking responsibility for our emotions, facing all difficulties without outside help of any type of substance like drugs. And drugs doesn't need to be just physical drugs. It's the neediness, is the looking again for attention. This is the sensitivity, the hurt for illusion, because Pisces as a water sign, and especially the last sign, contain all the energy of all other 11 signs. So it's really, really important sign. We all can connect, and it's feeling and as well feeling pain of others and not necessarily our own, and using our intuition, the divine inspiration, the Ruach HaKodesh, very important. Okay, guys, so I hope this information will be in great service for you, and it can help you to have better year to come. There's nothing more I can wish for all of us to connect to our higher self, to use these tools, because the tool is given to us from a higher dimension in order for us here in this dimension of chaos, it's Ulam Sheker, world of lie, to understand and to see the real purpose of things, why things happening, why this cleansing we all need to go in order for us to earn the light of Creator and to bring final redemption. The most important, to open our hearts. Okay, guys, so Rosh Chodesh Tov, Chodesh Tov, we say in Hebrew. It's actually, as well, it says in Sefer Yezirah, this is Rosh Chodesh Chodeshim, the head of the all months. This is how important it is. Okay, I wish you lots of love. Again, open our hearts and many, many blessings. Looking forward to connect with you soon. You're welcome to send me any messages. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, I want to make a quick video to introduce you to my product. It's called Elixir Mix. It's made with absolutely 100% natural ingredients. And you can see it's especially made in glass bottle because the natural essential oils, they cannot stay in the plastic at all. So if you ever buy a natural product, it says natural product and it comes in a plastic. So be aware, these are not really natural because the natural, really essential oils, they must be kept in glass. So you can see the bottle, it's actually been developed specially in the special color made in order to preserve all the nutrients of essential oils. It's based on chaga. Chaga, it's a chaga mushroom. It's growing on a birch tree. And if any of you, if you're not familiar with chaga, I'm definitely gonna add more information under this video. So what's really, really important about this product, it's a multi-use product. It's really, you can use on your face, you can use on their arms, on your scalp, you can use in any lymphatic areas because it's 100% natural. It's contain, except the chaga, it's actually triple extracted chaga. What it means is triple extracted, it's a special way in pressure being cooked in special facilities over 40 hours because the chaga, because it's growing on very harsh environment in cold, it's require really long time in order to take all the good stuff from chaga. Now, one thing I want to mention about the chaga, chaga is the only natural product found in the planet Earth, which is contain the highest level of arak. What is the arak? It's a really antioxidant. So there's no other product contain such a high level of antioxidants. Plus there's castor oil, it's rosemary oil, grapeseed oil, it's all based on the rose water. So it's absolutely amazing product. We have a lot of clients, they use it even for the babies, for skin rash. My skin, I'm 50 years old right now, and I stopped using any chemicals on my skin about 10 years ago, completely cut everything. So this product I've been using over 5 years. I can't even tell you what is really did to quality of my skin and its protection. You're welcome to visit our Amazon account. You can see the comments of other people. It's really, really excellent product. I hope you will be daring to try. I would love to hear your feedback. And I have to say, if you really care for your body, you would need to stay completely 100% away from any chemicals and any toxins, because our skin is the biggest organ of our body. And it's actually, everything is absorbed, it's going to our bloodstream, and then it's going to our liver. So if you really want to achieve the real level of health, it's not enough just what you eat. It's really important, of course, what you think. As you know, this is definitely number one. And then what you eat and what you put on your skin as well, it's extremely important. So I hope this video gave you a little bit more information about this product. And I hope you're going to use it as well to try this product. And your health is my mission. And thank you so much, guys. All the best. Bye-bye. Oh, guys, something I forgot to mention. You actually, if you want to create night cream from this chaga elixir, you can actually add additional oils you love to use, whatever oils you can choose. So what's happened, the chaga is a carrier. It can activate even more all the benefits inside of natural oils. Another thing, when you wash your face and you use this product, what it does, it stabilizes the pH level, because you know our water, tap water, contain a lot of chlorines and chemicals as well. So when you wash your face and you apply any other natural product, sometimes it's absorbed inside of your skin. So when you're using this elixir mist, after you wash your face and you dry, you actually apply, and then you apply your other creams, whatever you use. I hope you use natural products. So it's actually as a carrier, activate better whatever you're going to use next. Okay, I hope this information and great benefit to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Imagine a product that can replace many other products you already have without spending unnecessary money and without any toxins, chemicals, or radicals. Chaga Live created this highly effective multi-purpose skin formula elixir mist. It contains 100% natural ingredients, including triple extracted wild chaga, rosewater, castor oil, rosemary extract, and even the GMO-free vegan glycerin. It can be used on or for face, neck, scalp, underarms, lymphatic areas, skin rash, makeup primer, and more. It is pure and jam-packed with healing properties to deliver beautiful results. If you don't see the benefits firsthand, you can return the product with a money-back guarantee, so ordering is risk-free. See the results for yourself and place your order today.